Alright guys, hope you guys are doing alright this weekend. We have been absolutely slaying it for the last month or two. Ever since I got my computer back, really, it's just been non-stop. You'll love to see it. I was streaming on Twitch for like 2 or 3 months, okay? And slowly but surely, more and more people joined in our private group, and we had like 600 before my computer crashed. And it was amazing. We had like the best group of 600 people. We were doing well. We weren't like doing amazing, but we were doing very well. And then as soon as I got my computer back, I don't know, the universe just like clicked, and you know, we've gotten 1,200 people since then. I've only done like 10 or 15 streams where I opened up the private link, and people have just started like realizing just how good it's been. We got a lot of new people in this private group. Here's our admins, and like you can ask around. Like, I'm not making this shit up at all, but our admins have like a very good track record within the group. So I've just kind of been finding new admins within the group, looking for people who are looking at the right plays, who show good plays, who know what they're talking about. And then I've just been promoting them. So we're finding our best people. This guy hasn't posted yet. I just promoted him because, you know, he knows the rules of the group. Kobe's first play in the group that he shared was like a 50x to 3 or 4 million. And then after that, he started pushing the Squid Game one hard. Minty, that was actually Minty's first call in our group. It was like 150k to 4 million on Squid Game. I don't know if Minty's posted another one since. Maybe they're 1-for-1, but like Kobe's already done amazing in this group. Minty's done amazing. Kith, he dropped us like a 200x on Grok AI, so I had my eye on him. And then since then, he's dropped a couple like pretty good plays early. Like when there's an Elon tweet, he'll usually point us in the direction of like the first mover, quite often. But he's got a tag beside him that says like plus degen, so it means like he's good at chilling, but it's more on the degen side. Faded, he's got the degen tag as well. He's probably posted like, I don't know, 4 or 5 plays in here since I brought him in, and one of them was a 20x on Vitalik Buterin. And then a couple like 3 to 4x's. This guy I just promoted because every time I see him, he's talking about the right stuff, and he showed a couple good ones. This guy went 3 for 3 one night, all within one night. Kenji, I think since I promoted him, he hasn't shared us a gem yet. I think he shared us like 1 or 2. But this guy dropped me 2 amazing alphas in my DMs. And then RR, his first shill in here was 20k to 900k. Admin shill 45x, no big deal. Shinto has been like pretty good on like the mid-term mid-cap plays. This guy posted like once, and it was like a 5x that took like a couple weeks to hit, so it's always good to see. This guy is the first guy with 2 pluses. He's like 8 for 8 in this group, and he hit a 70x. And like every play he mentioned seems to be good so far. This guy's gone like 2 for 2 in the group, I think, maybe 3 for 3. This guy dropped like 4 plays. 3 of them weren't great, and then one of them was 100x to 10 mil. Cryptomaniac dropped us an 80x to 4 mil, and then like a couple mid-term plays like 3x's, 5x's, 10x's. HH has been really solid on like mid-term plays. Will is the guy that brought us Grok, and he's listed as Sensei, so that should have told you enough. He's the only guy listed on my channel besides myself and Maurice, and he comes and drops Grok at 500k, pushed all the way to 200 million, so that's 400x, and he was non-stop talking about it in our private group like every single day. And before Grok, he actually had a pretty good track record as well. Like, he brought us Lockheed Martininu LMI. I think he brought that at like very low market cap. It was like at least a 30 to 50x. And myself, I mean, I've been on fire. I dropped a 400x on 0x leverage in this group. I dropped like tons of good midterm plays. Like, it seems like almost every shill I brought in here has been pretty solid. I've also been posting a lot on Kobe's gambles, and this has been like the hottest page in the game. I brought us Mew Mew in the private group recently, and I felt confident enough I put that on my channel as well. I put Mew Mew. Mew Mew was like a 4x to 1.6 mil, and Gorilla were the only 2 like recent calls I made. And Gorilla, like you can see me posting here. This is an update. I just kept talking about it, and then it ended up exploding to like 2.5 million, I think. And I was posting it on Kobe's in my page like the whole time. And then there's some plays I catch on stream. Like last stream, I was talking about Ribbit, Gorilla, and one other play, and all 3 of them did very well since the stream. I've kind of had my eyes on the right stuff, been pushing the right stuff. We made Kobe's like the hottest page. Like, I called Toli on Kobe's just the other day, and it's almost a 200x now to 2.6 mil. And before that, I was killing it. Like, sometimes he posts, sometimes I post. But if we look at just mine, I've been fucking killing it on his page here. This one was mine, but it was like a degen, but it hit like a 20x to 500k or something like that. I think ETH bonk was mine. Yeah, it was a 7.5x to 750k, then it died pretty quickly. This was me calling on Kobe's page at 800k, a BSC play. It's at 28 mil right now. And like our private group, they know what's up. They know I talk a big game. So I only kind of post plays I feel real good about. And even then, I still get it wrong all the time. So I take more of my chances on Kobe's page, and I bring him into the private as well. I caught that monster on BSC. They say BSC is dead. Shortly before that, this palm play on BSC, 70x to 20 mil. And then these two were Kobe's. This one was me. This was a banger. I also dropped this one in the private group with the CA. And I told them it's got alpha vibes or rug vibes. And it ended up being, you know, the alpha side. And that's kind of what I've been trying to teach people is like, there's certain plays that are coming out lately, and I'm like, this has an alpha vibe or a rug vibe, and it's like the downside of the rug vibe is like you might lose 50% of your bag, you might even lose 70. If it's a straight out rug, you might lose 100% of your bag, but if it's an alpha, then you can make like a 5x on big money like real quick. For the gamblers out there, I think a lot of them have potential to take a look at and learn from. So that's what I've been teaching people lately. I'm like, hey guys, here's a play, alpha or rug vibes. Just watch it play out, see what you think, see if you can guess if it's actually going to be a good one or not, and then try to see like what kind of things we're signaling you, like what kind of things you could be looking for and filtering in for next time to make a better decision on, you know, if something's an alpha or a rug. All the people who've been following my channel and haven't been listening or have been too busy to come into the streams for the last several months, I mean, this is what I've been spending my time doing. I just showed you like all of our admins. I broke them down. I gave you an honest assessment on like any of them. It's not like any of these admins show like 3 plays a week and, you know, most of them die. Someone like Kith and Faded, they share a little bit more often than the rest of them, but they still have been pretty good. So it's just like, that's where all my attention has been, because this group, like name a moonshot that's happened in the last 3 weeks, and I bet you that we've kind of had we've had it in here earlier than you guys, and we've broken it down, and we've all got in, and we're all printing off it, and we're all holding our bags and working for the project and stuff. So it's like, that's where all my attention has been. I'm not even trying to be biased here. I spend all my time in this group. I used to like scroll around at you know, call channels, see what they're calling. I used to scroll through all these private groups and stuff. But ever since this private group got better and better, I mean, I realized we literally have every alpha play in here earlier than almost anywhere on Telegram. And like, you go to another private group and it's just like this. They're just like 6,000 messages, and they're just spamming CAs with no info. Like, this guy just scans this and says almost back at all-time high. I mean, like, what does that mean to me? I don't know. So I have to go in and I have to figure out what this play is all about and break it all down myself. Whereas here, you know, we have admins that break down the plays for us. We have people shilling the plays with like a lot more info. It's just been like super educational. And even if people haven't printed money yet, which a lot of people have in the group, a lot of people are learning a lot about crypto, learning how to read the space. Like right now, the space is kind of in limbo. I mean, Solana has probably more potential than a lot of things right now, but for a while it was like Elon has a lot of hype. He still might if the narrative's strong enough. Some AI have a lot of hype if the narrative's strong enough. Some memes have, you know, hype if the narrative is strong enough. And then Solana, nothing is really like by far the front runner. Like if Solana started, you know, if Bonk and Myro on Solana started mooning hard today, then, you know, the tides would probably turn to be like a lot of good Solana plays in the next week. But you just kind of have to wait. We're kind of in limbo right now. So that's kind of part of the education too, is teaching people, all right, the space is pretty slow right now. I don't want to see like a lot of degens in here type thing. But normally I would like go through all the new calls that happened today, and I would like give people my thoughts on it and break it down, like why I think something looks good or bad. Because I think that's what people struggle with the most, is just like simple vetting of plays. So that's what I spent a lot of my content doing, is just like, okay, this guy called Binance. What do I think about Binance? And I would break it down and show people like if I think it's good or not. Because that, I feel like that's the most important part. Especially within the private group. Like, we don't want people who are shilling crap that, you know, they're not factoring in like the most important stuff. So the more they hear me break plays down and why or why not something might look good, you know, the better quality that they're going to invest in and the better quality they're going to bring to our group. That's why I spend a lot of time talking about usually. I also answer like everyone's questions about whatever they have. And then I kind of go through my DMs too and I show them like how it all works. Like, you know, sometimes they make a little group for KOLs and there's 15 of them in there and then they all buy in and multi-wallet it and then they all shill it at the same time and go straight up and straight down. So I just show people like all that kind of stuff and just like the insider look basically of what's going on for my Telegram day to day. Thanks for coming out, guys.